Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Overlay DFS. My name is Ira Silver, and we are back Monday, 4 o'clock. Monday Night Football is just about to kick off. Just wanted to review some Sunday slate matchups with you just to go over and see how fun OverlayDFS.com is. Are you sick and tired of losing every week in Sunday football on DraftKings and FanDuel? Every shark is inputting 150 lineups, and you got one. You're out of it within the first 5 minutes. That's why we started the revolution here at OverlayDFS.com. Anyways, just talk about real quick. We were in the Super Contest. It looked real bad real early. We ended up getting out on Sunday at 2-2. We have the Raiders tonight. So hopefully the Raiders can pull it off and we can go to 3-2. And let's jump right into sharing the screen to show you a little bit about week one Sunday's matchups. Now, if you see here, the Overlay DFS Start Sit-'em Challenge Progressive Jackpot game, you had $5,000 jackpot that it started. To hit the jackpot, you got to go 12-0. Perfect record, 12-0 to hit this $5,092 jackpot. It grew by $92 this week. What you have to do is choose the total most fantasy points between these matchups listed below, and you will go ahead and win the grand prize. This keeps rolling over every week. But not only that, if you don't go 12-0, the great thing about this game is all you got to do is finish in the top 10% of the entries to get paid 9 times your buy-in. So everyone in the top 3 here got 9 times their buy-in. And if you could see here, they went 8-4. So this guy went 8-4. Jimena 86 went 8-4, Fur went 8-4, and Hekino went 8-4, and Cowboy Bob went 8. These all went 8-4, but they didn't win the prize money because 8-4 here won it because of the tiebreaker points. King P had 62 tiebreaker points right here. Jimena 86 had 56, and Fur had 55 right here. Hekino ended with 53. He lost a big one. His 12-point confidence pick, Ben Roethlisberger, got crushed by Tom Brady on Sunday Night Football. I mean, where else on a DFS site can you go 8-4 in your selected matchups and win 9 times your buy-in? And all you got to do is just keep being consistent, keep staying in the top 10% of the field in your entry, in your contest, get 9X. And then one day you're just going to go ahead and get perfect. The stars are going to align and you're going to hit this nice jackpot. $20 buy-in for this game. 20 plus 2, so 22 total buy-in for this game. And the jackpot is almost up to $5,100. Let's talk a little Sunday Night Football. That was embarrassing by the Pittsburgh Steelers last night. Roethlisberger and the offense looked atrocious. Brady and New England looked unbelievable. They're finally looking like they're in postseason form this early in the season. Brady's got some great new weapons around him coming. Obviously, he's got Antonio Brown that just signed that 1-year deal with them. Josh Gordon looked great last night. James White out of the backfield was fantastic. But Juju Smith-Schuster got hurt. I don't know why Mike Tomlin decided to keep Juju and Ben, all these guys in the game last night. It made no sense. They were getting crushed even in the end of the third quarter. I would have pulled my guys. Kyler Murray beat Ryan Fitzpatrick yesterday. That was an interesting one. It looked like Fitzpatrick, even with a stinker of a day he had with 10.2 fantasy points, it looked like Kyler Murray was going to lose. I think at halftime, he had about 1 point. He had 1 total fantasy point at halftime. And if you watch the fourth quarter of that game, you saw Kyler Murray really come alive. Really looked poised. I mean, he's a winner. You know, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's just an overall winner. And he really came through in the fourth quarter to give this game to Hekino. Let's see what King P had here, first place. Yeah, he also had Kyler Murray in his 11-point slot. So again, if you don't know how to play, you pick 12 matchups. Brady versus Roethlisberger, Murray versus Fitzpatrick, Mayfield versus Wilson. You're going to go ahead and select who is going to have the most fantasy points between the two of them. And we always have fun matchups like Sunday night, Brady Roethlisberger. Obviously, this is a little bit of a stinker here, but they found the win with Murray. You had Le'Veon Bell versus James Conner, which was a grudge match. Bell, I mean, obviously they didn't play each other, but Bell going up against Conner, his former teammate, his former backup. McCaffrey versus Barkley. James White versus Sony Michel. James White looked great. Michel looked like he wasn't even in the game plan last night. But what about those Arizona Cardinals coming all the way back to backdoor cover? They tie the game. They go to overtime. It looks like they're going to win. And the coach decides to punt the ball. I don't understand that call. If I was a coach, Cliff Kingsbury, and I had my rookie in there, I'd say, hey, we came all the way back. We got them on their toes. 4th and whatever it was, 4th and 5 from the 40-something yard line. Should have went for it. There was about a minute left in the game. I would have went for it. Not like it's going to affect your season because Arizona's not exactly going to finish on the top of the standings. So I would have went for it if I were him. Show a little week 1 balls by the new coach. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's got to do what he's got to do. Another great game that we got to see was the Jets-Buffalo. If you watched that game, you know the Jets were just absolutely crushing. Le'Veon Bell looked great in shape in his return. But the Bills climb all the way back to win. That was depressing for Jets fans everywhere. What's even more depressing for the state of New York are the Giants. They are an absolute embarrassment to the league. Anyways, rounding out the bottom of the picks here, as you can see, the first place winner had his 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 picks right. So these points right here, you rank your picks based on which one's you're most confident in. The Tom Brady selection by King P was his most confident. This is why he won the money and won first place at 8-4 because he had 62 tiebreaker points. He won his first 8 matchups. That is huge in this game because it will definitely, as you can see in the standings, come into play. But yeah, I mean, listen, on a week to week, you can go 8-4, 7-5, 9-3, 10-2, 11-1, and you still could win that 9x you're buying until the week you go perfect 12-0 and you beat the game out of the jackpot. I'm really excited for Monday Night Football. We have a new contest for football tonight. It looks like it's just about to kick off, though, and Houston is a 6.5-point underdog against New Orleans Saints. New Orleans has been starting off slow the last few years, and I think that DeAndre Hopkins, Deshaun Watson, Fuller, they got Duke Johnson now. I think little speed, a little poise in the pocket by Deshaun. I think Houston is going to go ahead and cover, if not win outright. So I'll be looking at Houston tonight. Late game, Oakland Raiders, Denver Broncos. It's going to be a stinker fest. Denver's got a great defense. Oakland's got a mediocre offense. Denver's offense showed signs of brilliance last year with Phillip Lindsay, but they bring in Flacco, who is not a great quarterback in my opinion. Neither is Derek Carr. So it'll be interesting to see what happens tonight in that game. I think the current line now is Denver -3 on the road in Oakland. I'm going to be looking at the Raiders here with the points and a little bit on the money line. Anyways, thanks for joining me today. If you have any questions, feel free to DM us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, YouTube, like and subscribe to YouTube below at Overlay DFS on all social media. Once again, follow us on social media at Overlay DFS. And you can visit us on the web at overlaydfs.com to join, sign up. And if you have any questions about how to play, feel free to reach out to us anytime. Thanks so much for joining us. Like and subscribe below. And please let me know what you think in the comments.